Every startup wants to go big. They chase massive markets, pitch to every industry, and try to raise millions. But one SaaS company did the opposite. They ignored the trends. They said no to venture capital, no to every industry except one, pharma. While Silicon Valley chased scale, they chased specificity. While others burned cash, they printed profit. And while no one was paying attention, they built a software platform that now powers vaccines, drug trials, and regulatory filings across the entire pharmaceutical industry. $30 billion in value, 25% margins, used by nearly every major drug company on earth. So what's the name of the most successful SaaS company you've never heard of? Veeva. Sounds like Velveeta, but remove the Vel, replace the T with a V, and sadly, take away the delicious fake cheese, then you've got Veeva. And this is how Veeva won secretly, by saying no to everything except focus. In 2007, Peter Gassner walked away from one of the most powerful companies in tech, Salesforce. He had helped to build their architecture. He was a top exec, but he saw something no one else did. Pharma companies, some of the richest, most regulated businesses in the world, were running on spreadsheets. Sales reps were tracking drug samples on paper. Compliance was a nightmare, and no one had built software for them that actually worked. Everyone else looked at that industry and said, it's too small, it's too complicated. Where Peter looked at it and said,
I gotta tell you, it was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
Instead of building CRM software for the world, he built it for just one industry, one vertical, one type of customer. And in the process, he ignored everything the startup world said to do. He didn't chase total available market. He didn't raise big money. He didn't try to go horizontal. He just focused on solving hard problems for one high-stakes industry, better than anyone else. So what did the first version of the product look like? A pharma-specific CRM, custom-built for life sciences sales reps. And it had features no generic CRM would touch. Sample tracking, compliance checks, regulated workflows. And man, the pharma companies ate it up. Within a few years of launch, Veeva landed Pfizer, Merck, and Novartis. Veeva didn't just have product market fit, they had product industry fit. And that gave them something most startups never find: industry focus with leverage. Quick side note, that type of deep neural focus isn't just how Veeva won. It's exactly how we're building Chief, my new company. At first, we thought Chief could be a tool for every team in the company, your Jarvis for all your business questions. But we quickly realized something. When you try to build for everyone, you end up building something no one really needs. So we narrowed in hard, and now we focus on sales leaders. Just like Veeva, we're going deep into one vertical, building tools that understand the nuance, the metrics, the pacing, the chaos of running a high-performance sales organization. And the more focused we get, the more valuable the product becomes. But once you have focus, you need to build, and you need to build specific. Most startups, when they launch, they try to compete with giants. Veeva, however, did something smart. They partnered with one. From day one, Veeva's CRM was built on top of Salesforce's platform, Force.com. It let them launch fast, sell with credibility, and scale without building all the plumbing from scratch. But here's the wild part. Veeva didn't just build on Salesforce. They negotiated an exclusive deal. Salesforce agreed not to compete in pharma, and in exchange, Veeva paid a slice of every sale. For years, it was a win-win. Salesforce collected platform fees while avoiding having to build for the market. So Veeva, building on Salesforce, became the default CRM for pharma. But eventually, the student outgrew the teacher. Veeva wanted more control, more flexibility, more margin. So they started building their own platform, Vault. And with this new CRM in development, the company slowly, quietly began moving off of Salesforce. And in 2023, they dropped the bombshell: Veeva leaving Salesforce. A few people said it couldn't be done, but in 2024, they launched Vault CRM, completely rebuilt, fully owned, and already used by dozens of major pharma companies. So in 2025, the partnership with Salesforce ended. And Salesforce? Well, they're pissed. Salesforce had been caught with their pants down, and only after this betrayal did they try to compete. But it's too late. Veeva has spent a decade embedding itself in the DNA of the industry. They are the go-to for everyone in pharma. And now, without Salesforce, Veeva doesn't just dominate, they own the whole stack. Now, Veeva didn't just zig when others zagged with their unique product. They did it with their business model too. While other SaaS companies raised hundreds of millions, Veeva raised just $7 million total. No mega rounds, no VC pressure, no blitz scale playbook, and some convoluted ideas. From day one, Peter Gassner ran the company like a monk, disciplined, focused, profitable. When they IPO'd in 2013, they were small and profitable. In 2025, they're still running lean with 25% net margins and a culture that treats profitability like their North Star. To this day, Veeva doesn't overspend. They don't overhire, they build, they sell, they win. It's not flashy, but it works. And honestly, that's the mindset we're adopting at Chief too. We're not trying to burn through capital. We're trying to build something that lasts. We'd rather be boring and right than flashy and dead. Veeva proved it's possible to win big without shouting. You just need product market fit and discipline, which is why I like to call it the monk strategy. But what's amazing about this story is that Veeva didn't stop at CRM. That was just the entry point. Once they had trust, once they proved they understood the complexity of pharma, they expanded, first into document management, then clinical trial systems, then regulatory approvals, then manufacturing quality. Each new product wasn't a bet, it was a layer. And layer by layer, Veeva moved from a tool to a platform to industry infrastructure. Today, they don't just help pharma sell drugs. They help pharma create, test, approve, and distribute. Veeva is embedded in the entire life cycle of modern medicine. And that's what makes them so hard to compete with. With Veeva, you're not just swapping out software, you're unwinding a mission-critical operating system. Most SaaS companies stop at solving one pain, maybe two. But Veeva kept going and going until they became the nervous system for the entire industry. That's the final evolution, from software vendor to infrastructure company. That's how you win. Most SaaS companies try to go wide. Veeva went deep. They didn't try to serve everyone. They served one industry better than anyone else on earth. And in doing that, they built trust, they built margin, and they built a moat. Not by shouting the loudest, not by raising the most, but by being right. That's the playbook. And honestly, that's the path we're on at Chief. We're not trying to be a platform for every team. We're focused fully on sales leaders. Because when you solve one group's problems completely, you earn the right to grow. So if you're building in SaaS, here's the real lesson. Focus on the moat. Build something boring, own something narrow, then grow like hell. If you want more stories like this, if you're a sales leader trying to hit your numbers and get better, hit subscribe. I've got way more coming.